Hello everybody, my name is Stupid Ninja, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build this awesome full-scale G1 Optimus Prime. In case you haven't seen this guy yet, you can click the card up there, and that'll take you to his original video, which just shows you how he transforms, and a couple comparisons with some of my other builds, and some upcoming builds as well. So anyway, here he is in his vehicle mode. As you can see, it's very smooth, very flat, and very boxy. So very G1, very nice looking vehicle mode. I really like how this came out. It's a little bit gappy right here, but in the scheme of things, it doesn't really matter because you usually put it like this and you don't really notice the gaps very well. But anyway, yeah, it's all flat back here. Gaps slightly filled in. You can see the head, which is a bummer, but it's okay. The smokestacks, of course, look pretty good. Yeah, the arms fold up nicely. There's a ball joint there, but oh well. Let's see, what else? Windows, of course, look really nice. Very smooth, very blue windows, I guess. So yeah, he's just very sturdy. And I think he looks really good. He doesn't really roll, but that's okay. And he does have a gun as well. And so here is that. It just unfolds like that. There you have it in its gun mode. It doesn't really have a handle at all, but I think that's okay. And that's just his gun. Very simple little build. You can see that in the glare, I guess. You can kind of see how I built it. It's not very important. I mean, it's an important part of Optimus Prime, but it's not very... The gun design I have isn't very good. So, yeah, I'm just going to give you a brief look at that. It's not very complicated. That's pretty simple. So we can just set that aside. Now I will transform this guy into his robot mode, and then I'll show you how to build him. So there's Optimus Prime in his robot mode, and again, if you want to see this in more detail, just click the card up there, and you can see that. But anyway, there he is. Now that you got a look at that, let's get into how to build this thing. Okay, here is the first piece we're going to be building, and that is one of the legs. Just in case you missed it before, just a pretty simple transformation here, like that. Then you have it in its leg mode. So there's that, but now let's get into how to build this thing. So here are some of the pieces you'll be needing for his leg, and obviously, as you can see, I did not take the entire thing apart because I don't like doing that. But anyway, let's get right into it. So first you'll build his thigh, which is just a 1x4 tile on 2 ball joint pieces, and then just a 2x2 on the bottom, and there you go. Then you'll attach his knee, that'll go like that. And then you'll build this little thing, which is just a 2x3 on a ratchet joint. Just a ratchet joint with 1x2 plates on the bottom, and then a 1x2 jumper plate on the top. And so this just goes together like that, as you see there. And then on the bottom of this, you want to attach this entire assembly, and that's basically a 3x7 right there. So just build a 3x7 and then reinforce it like this basically. So yeah, if you can get the gist from this. I don't really want to take it all apart because I'll definitely forget how I put it together, so I'm just being cautious. But yeah, 1x3 on the top, 1x6, 1x4, 2x4, 2x6. You know, you could probably build it a little bit more sturdy than this, but this is just how I have it together for some reason. Anyway, that will go right there. There'll be a big 2x5 gap right here, so make sure that's there. And then you'll take one of these, which is actually just a 2x4, 1x4, 2 1x3 plates, and then a piece there. And you want to take one of these hinge pieces, a 1x2 hinge piece with a 1x3 on the bottom of it, and then that'll go right there like that, and that entire thing will just clip on right there. And then you'll build this, which is pretty simple. Just a 2x5 with a 1x2 brick with 2 holes, 1x1, 1x2 brick with a hole, and then just a 1x1 of any kind right there. That'll all go right there. And then to fill in this gap, you'll take a 1x2 of some sort and just stack a bunch of cheese slopes right there. This will all just slot into place, and then you'll just tile it off. And so with this, you want to make sure that it has an overhang of about a stud, just covering up all the gaps. And so yeah, that's what you're doing now. So basically just cover up the gaps, and then for the foot you're going to take ball joints that'll go right there, and then for the bottom part of the foot it's just a 2x2, 1x3 slanted piece, a 1x3 there, and then a slope right there, and that'll all just tab onto the foot. That'll flip down, and then you'll add this 1x6, and then the wheels, one will go there and one will go there, and there you have one of Optimus Prime's legs. Then you can build the other one, but instead of a 1x2 brick with a hole right there, you're going to replace it with a with just two of these, and then these should snap together like that. And there you have the entire back section of Optimus Prime. Okay, now onto the lower ab section, the abdomen. Sorry if that last segment seemed a little bit rushed. It kind of was because my camera battery was dying. But anyway, now onto the bottom section of Optimus Prime. Okay, so here are sort of all the pieces you'll be needing to build this section. I kind of just tore it apart, but yeah, here we go. So start by building this piece, which is basically just the hip ball joint section, with a couple plates on the back, and then one of these downward corner pieces. And then you'll take a 2x4, put a 2x2 there, and then a 2x2 there. That will go on like that. That'll go right there. So that is what you should have. And then you'll want to build these, which are basically just the wheel connections, which is basically just the wheel. One of these half pins, one of the gray ones so it spins freely, a clip here, a 2x2 hinge piece, a 1x2, and then a 1x4 hinge piece. And so that'll just go right there, and then this will tab on right there. Build two of those, that one will go right there, and there you have your wheel configuration. Now, for this piece, which just goes right there, actually, right there, you'll take a, I don't know if you can see this, 2x2, put that on a 2x3, and then put that on a 2x4, and then put that on another 2x4. And this should go on like that. Now, what you're going to want to do is take a 4x4, take two 1x2s in red right there, and then two 1x2 grill pieces. And then you'll just take this piece and that'll snap on right there. Then you can take your grill pieces and those will just snap on right there. And that will all go right like that. So that's what you should have for that, just kind of this step look. And then you can take a 2x4 and that'll just go on the bottom and it'll solidify everything so it won't fall apart. It's very, very sturdy connection right there. So yeah, it won't pretty much will never fall apart. Then you'll just take a 1x6, take a 1x2 plate there, 1x2 plate there, and then a grill piece there. And that will all just attach there and will be the gray stripe at the center of the truck mode. And then you'll build this piece. This is pretty simple, just a 1x6 you can see there, a 2x2 there, two 1x2s, 1x2 bricks there, two 1x1s on top of each other on the sides. One of these pieces, which is basically just a 1x4 brick with 4 studs on one side, and then two 1x1s there. And that will all just slot right into place like that. So you should have a red bar or whatever color right there, and then just the 4 studs. And so that is what you'll have for that piece. Make sure everything's nice and tight, and this piece will pretty much never fall apart. So it's pretty great. But anyway, that's it for his abdomen. Now let's work on the top half. So here are the pieces you'll be needing for the top half. Now let's just start with the main section. Basically that just is a section with his head on it, and that'll go down like that. So what that is one of these Technic pieces on a brick with 2 holes on a 1x4 with a 1x2 on the other side. Just put a pin there, put a pin there, then you'll take one of these newer pieces, just a 1x2 with a hole on the bottom, the pinhole, and that'll go right there. Then you'll take a 2x2 jumper plate, and then build the head, which is a Travis brick with a 1x2 on top, 1x1 there, 1x1 there, 1x1 there, just a bunch of plates, 1x1 on the back for a little bit more detail, and then just a slope piece for the mask. That'll go right there. Then you'll take the other ear, that'll go on the other side. You can rotate the head around and kind of angle these back a little bit. Now you have Optimus Prime's head contraption completed. Now you're going to want to build these pieces, which are pretty simple. Just one of these ball joint sockets, and then a 1x2 there on one of these corner pieces, and that will just go right there. Then you build another one, go on the other side, and there you go. Pretty simple. Then for the side panels, just two 1x3s there, and then the window is just two 1x2s with the middle of it is just a 1x2 as well. Lots of 1x2s in this build. So those will just go right there, and then that will all attach. Whoops, that will all attach there. For some reason it's popping apart. That will all attach there, then the other one will attach on the other side. And then for stability and good looks, you'll take a 2x6, attach just a bunch of plates on top. I'm being very vague here, but yeah, I think you get the gist of it. Just two 1x2s in the back just to fill it up, and then you just attach plates accordingly in order to make sure everything is sturdy. And so that will all just pop on right there like that, and you should have something that looks like this. Now we can work on the arms. Here are all the pieces you'll need to build his arms, and so let's just get started. So first thing you're going to want to build is the shoulder, and it's a pretty simple connection, so just keep in mind that you're going to have to just reverse all this stuff for the other arm. But anyway, you'll just take one of these ball joint pieces, and that just connects to one of these pieces, which connects to the smokestack build. And basically that's just one of these Technic tubes on one of these pieces that has the pins on both sides, and then a 1x1 cylinder with a stud on the end for a little bit of detail. That'll just all pop right in place. Then you're going to take one of these pieces again, just another one of these corner pieces, and that will just go right there, hold everything together. It's very sturdy. And then you'll take this configuration, which is a 2x2 corner piece with a 1x2 there, and then a 1x2 brick, or with a 1x1 there, then 1x2 brick with two studs, right, two holes, and that'll go right there. And then you'll just build the top section, which is this basically, and that's just a 2x3 with a 2x4 and then a 1x3 on the top, and those will just pop in right there. And then for the elbow, it's actually kind of strange. You have a 2x4, a 2x4, a 2x2, two 1x1s there for detail, and then let's see here. Then you'll take a 2x2. That'll go right there. It has to be a circle, by the way. That'll go right there. And then a 1x3 here, a 1x2 there, and then a 1x2 there. And that will just pop on right like that. This could actually be a 1x3, by the way. Then you'll just take one of these, has a 2x2 plate there, and then a 1x1 brick with a hole with a pin in it. That will just connect right like that. And you can build the hand, which is just a 1x1 brick with a stud on the side and then a couple plates on top, and that'll just go right there, so it should be able to rotate like that. And this whole thing will connect right like that, and that should be the arm. And now that you got all of Optimus's pieces built, including the two arms and the two legs, you can get to assembling him. So first thing you're going to want to do is assemble the legs to the body. And that just is the basic connection of snapping them onto the body. Just like that. Boom. Then you're just going to attach the top half, which is pretty simple. Just fold that up, and that thing will just pop on right like that. Create the nice square flat look, which looks really good. And then you'll take the arms, of course, and those will just literally pop in place like that. And then you'll take the other arm, and that will just do the exact same thing. And that's pretty much it. There you have your very own large scale, minifigure scale actually, G1 Optimus Prime. So there you go. There you have your very own G1 Optimus Prime. And yeah, if you didn't see this guy's original video, you can click the card up there, and that will take you right to this guy's video showing how he transforms and all the little details and all that stuff. So yeah, just click the card up there if you want to see that. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. I make videos like this all the time. And if you have any ideas for something that you want me to build, you can leave that in the comments below, and I will see if I like it. If I do, I will put it in one of the polls, and it will be voted on to see if it will become a video or not, if other people want to see it. And if I don't like it, and it's just kind of out of my interest, then I won't put it in the poll. And yeah, that kind of thing. But anyway, there is Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's pretty much it for this video, and I will see you guys next time.